Long ago, in the land of Canaan, there lived a boy named Joseph, the son of Jacob. He was 17, full of dreams and wonder, and unlike his brothers, Joseph was Jacob's favorite. His father gave him a beautiful robe of many colors, woven with care, shimmering in the desert sun. The robe made Joseph feel special, but to his brothers, it was a symbol of pride and favoritism. Jealousy grew like a storm cloud over their hearts. Joseph had dreams, strange, vivid dreams. One night he saw 11 bundles of grain bowing down to his bundle. Another night, the sun, the moon, and 11 stars all bowed to him. Innocently, he told his family. His brothers glared at him, their faces hard. Even Jacob furrowed his brow. "Are you saying we will all bow to you?" But Joseph didn't mean to offend. He was just a boy with dreams he didn't understand. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were tending flocks far from home. As Joseph walked across the fields in his colorful robe, his brothers saw him coming from a distance. Their anger boiled. "Here comes the dreamer," one of them spat. "Let's kill him and throw him in a pit," another whispered. Reuben, the eldest, tried to stop them. "Don't kill him. Just throw him into the cistern," he said, planning to rescue him later. They tore off his robe and threw Joseph into a deep, empty pit. He called for help, but they ignored him. Then a caravan of Ishmaelite traders passed by on the road to Egypt. Greedy hearts saw opportunity. "Let's sell him," Judah said. And so, for 20 pieces of silver, they sold their brother. As the camels carried Joseph away, he looked back, eyes wide with fear, while his brothers dipped his robe in goat's blood and took it to their father. Jacob wept bitterly, believing his son was dead. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to Potiphar, captain of Pharaoh's guard. Though a servant, Joseph worked with honesty and skill. God was with him, and everything he touched prospered. Potiphar trusted him and made him overseer of his household. But Potiphar's wife had wandering eyes. She watched Joseph with hunger and tried to seduce him. Day after day she tempted him. "Come lie with me," she whispered. But Joseph refused. "My master trusts me. I will not sin against God." One day she grabbed his cloak, but Joseph fled, leaving it behind. Furious, she screamed, "He tried to hurt me." Potiphar, enraged, believed the lie. Joseph was thrown into the Pharaoh's prison, where the bars were cold and the nights were long. But even there, God was with him. Joseph rose in the eyes of the warden, earning favor and responsibility. Years passed. One night, Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker were thrown into the same prison. They had dreams, troubling dreams. The cupbearer saw a vine with 3 branches that blossomed into grapes. The baker saw baskets of bread on his head, and birds eating from them. Joseph listened and interpreted. "In 3 days," he told the cupbearer, "you'll be restored to your position." But to the baker, "In 3 days you'll be executed." It happened just as Joseph said. The cupbearer was released, but forgot Joseph. 2 more years went by. Then Pharaoh had dreams no one could explain. 7 fat cows were eaten by 7 skinny cows. 7 healthy heads of grain were swallowed by 7 thin ones. None of Pharaoh's magicians could interpret it. That's when the cupbearer remembered Joseph. "There is a Hebrew in prison," he said. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh, shaved and dressed in clean robes. "Can you interpret dreams?" Pharaoh asked. Joseph replied, "I cannot, but God can." He listened to Pharaoh's dreams and spoke, "The 7 fat cows and healthy grain are 7 years of plenty. The 7 lean cows and scorched grain are 7 years of famine. God has shown Pharaoh what is to come." Pharaoh was amazed. "What should we do?" he asked. "Appoint someone wise to store grain during the years of plenty," Joseph answered. Pharaoh looked at his court. "Is there anyone wiser than this man?" He placed Joseph in charge of all Egypt. Joseph rose from prisoner to prince in a single day. During the years of abundance, Joseph stored grain in every city. Then famine struck, just as he predicted. Across the lands, hunger spread. Back in Canaan, Jacob and his sons grew desperate. "Go to Egypt and buy grain," Jacob told his sons. 10 of them traveled. not knowing their brother stood at the head of the nation. Joseph recognized them instantly, but they did not recognize him. He spoke through an interpreter and questioned them harshly. "You are spies," he accused. "No, my lord," they pleaded. "We are brothers. One is no more, and the youngest is home with our father." Joseph's heart trembled, but he hid it. He tested them, demanding they bring their youngest brother, Benjamin. They returned home and told Jacob. Fear gripped him. "I cannot lose Benjamin." But hunger left no choice. With trembling hands, Jacob let Benjamin go. When the brothers returned, Joseph saw Benjamin and could no longer contain his emotions. He prepared a feast, and when he saw Benjamin's face, he wept in secret. At last, Joseph revealed himself. "I am Joseph, your brother, the one you sold." His brothers were speechless, afraid. But Joseph's voice was kind. "Do not be afraid. What you meant for evil, God used for good to save many lives." He embraced them, one by one, tears flowing like rivers of forgiveness. "Go, bring my father," he said. Jacob, old and weary, made the journey. When he saw Joseph, he cried aloud, "Now I can die in peace, for my son is alive." Joseph brought his family to Egypt, where they were given land and safety. In time, Jacob passed away, and the brothers again feared Joseph's wrath. But Joseph looked at them and said, "Am I in the place of God? You intended harm, but God intended it for good." And so Joseph's journey from pit to palace became a story of faith, forgiveness, and divine purpose. A dreamer who suffered, rose, and saved nations. A reminder that even in the darkest moments, God is working behind the scenes for a future far greater than we can imagine.